The mission of the Jacobs Foundation is to foster productive youth development by unlocking young people's potential and promoting their personal and professional development. In many areas of the world, achieving such aims presents a tremendous challenge. In many youth projects, learning can be more effective and efficient if it is integrated with activities that are playful and fun, such as sport. That is why the Jacobs Foundation and the United Nations Office on Sport for Development and Peace decided to organize a forum. Its objective was to investigate the potential of sport as an instrument for youth development. The forum was held at the United Nations headquarters in Nairobi, Kenya for two reasons. In Africa, there are many good practice examples of how sport is helping youth and the community on a day-to-day basis. What is more, in 2010, all eyes will be on sport in South Africa during the FIFA World Cup. The forum brought together around 70 practitioners and experts with experience in this domain. These included important decision-makers, university professors, as well as sports role models, such as the Kenyan marathon champion Tegla Lob. The venue provided an excellent opportunity for participants to critically analyze the potential of sport in the development of young people and to formulate methods and approaches for the exchange of resources, information, and findings. The discussions included numerous examples from Africa as well as other regions of the world.
How can we use sports worldwide as a tool to achieve, I would say, nearly all the Millennium Development Goals? I can see many links between sports and the Millennium Development Goals. How can we achieve this goal through sports?
We should really put more emphasis on sports being a motivation. If you talk about team sports, you are already in life skills. And that is one reason why we wanted to have this conference.
I think sport is very important because one can achieve a lot with sport, especially with adolescents and children. Sport gets them involved in team activities. They can enjoy themselves, have time to play, and at the same time, they learn something. And they are also doing something in which the whole community can take part. The forum also gave Wilfried Lemke, Special Advisor to the UN Secretary General, and Christian Jacobs, Chairman of the Jacobs Foundation, an opportunity to see some of the sports projects that have been started in Nairobi. Kibera and Mathare slums in Nairobi are among the biggest in Africa. In areas such as these, where young people face compounded challenges related to poverty, disease, and conflict, and lack opportunities for advancement, sport has a unique capacity to advance productive youth development. By arousing the interest of the youngsters through sport, it is possible to get them involved in team activities that help them to acquire more positive values. Sport provides them with an opportunity to release their energy in a less aggressive manner and can enhance identity formation and self-awareness, as well as improve life and social skills. We use sport for development purposes worldwide. We don't just get the young people to play football. There are other areas in which they are trained, and that is what makes this project so valuable. It is about teaching the youngsters about health matters, AIDS, HIV prevention, drug misuse, and that we don't want them to get involved with alcohol. We want to keep children and adolescents away from alcohol. We want to give them hope, future through sport. Sport is a means to an end, a way to lead them to a better future.
Durch Sport. Der Sport ist das Mittel zum Zweck, sie in eine bessere Zukunft zu führen.
The objective must be, where possible, to create a new social culture. If this new social culture isn't created for young people, then it's very easy for them to take the wrong path, and there are many traps they can fall into. That's what we find so fascinating to observe here. Not the individual projects or that it's possible to organize football matches. Our aim is to do more than just support a single project or a number of single projects. Here in Africa, sport is definitely the right approach. One prime example of how sport is bringing youngsters together and improving their ability to take part in community building is MYSA, the Mathare Youth Sports Association. This organization, founded in 1987, provides children from the Mathare slum with sports training. Its programs exemplify sports capacity for integrating and including the youth that have been traditionally excluded. The lessons they learn go far beyond the skills needed to kick a football. MYSA gets the youngsters involved in leadership training, environmental cleaning, HIV/AIDS awareness programs, and other community service activities.
Well, the most important is the founding principle of MYSA, and that's the one that I started off with the kids, that if you do something, I'll do something, and if you do nothing, I will do nothing. And that's now basically the fundamental principle of the organization, which is if you do something, MYSA will do something. And that's a good lesson for life. If you're going to get something from the community, you need to put something back in the community.
MYSA also helps the youngsters involved in its sports programs to improve their education by supplementing a sufficient amount for their school fees. This is particularly valuable to girls like Biha Osong, who otherwise have few options open to them. As parents in the slums rarely have enough money to send all the children to secondary school, young teenage girls often either end up staying at home to help their mothers or marrying very young. By enabling the girls to continue their education, they are able to set themselves much higher goals and, like Biha, can even plan to study to become a doctor.
We have to encourage others who are younger than I because of many situations that they are going through out there. Like in the slums, they include themselves in many things, activities like drugging and anything like stealing others people's property. So we have to encourage them to be in MYSA or being a member of something which can improve their life.
That is why the older teenagers are taught to become role models to the younger children and pass on their knowledge and values. By setting a good example, they too can make an important contribution to the productive youth development of the next generation. Biha and the other girls in her team are very aware of how participation in the sports activities has changed their lives.
MYSA has helped me a lot. First and foremost, it has helped me build my talent and know all about myself. It has helped me know that I can play football. It has also built my self-esteem.
During the course of the two-day forum, the participants put together 8 recommendations for the advancement of sport as an instrument for productive youth development. These included increasing general awareness of sports' importance and improving methods of evaluation, knowledge exchange, and leadership expertise. Another focal area of the recommendations was to build up participation, financial support, strategic partnerships, and advocacy on all levels, especially by expanding the role of governments and their collaboration with NGOs and private sponsors. The lively event also laid a strong foundation for new networks throughout Africa and beyond.
Nach 2010.
After 2010, after the final, I can already see them with the cup. What happens then? We have to achieve something there too. Something has to be developed in the next 12 months that can be continued throughout Africa.
It's not just a tournament anymore, it's going to be a considerably wider program than that.
Sport is a universal language.
We've also learned the importance of networking and working together.
Long-term goal is, of course, with the group for us that there are some positive results, that there really is an engagement from the governments, and we thereby can provide some evidence to the governments or to those governments that are not yet using sport for development and peace, that this is an area that's worthwhile investing in.
What the forum has made us all realize is that the various organizations must work more closely together. We have to build up a network with the organizations. We need to share information. We have to share expertise and know-how. I believe that after we leave here, we will continue to work together, and I am delighted about that.